Welcome, everybody, to Just Wing It with Blake and Jamie. How are you today? Got my Dr. Pepper hat on. Hashtag Dr. Pepper. I hope everyone's having a great week and day. Hi, Ken. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. I hope everyone is going to have a wonderful Memorial Day. Hashtag Dr. Pepper. So, what did you eat today, honey? Hi, Paprika. Thanks for coming in. How are you doing? And what did you eat tonight? You lost track of time and broke your diet all in one swoop. Bagged, frozen, cheesy chicken and broccoli and pasta. Sounds good though, honey. This is the dinner for tonight that I have. Some chicken tenders, fries, but those are a little spicy, and then potato salad, coleslaw, brownies, and celery sticks. I have not eaten it all yet. Oh, you didn't eat yet? I'm good, thank you, Paprika. I finally get to go home this weekend and see Ken after 5 weeks. And I was like, with the people today, the travel people today, like to book my flight. And I'm like, I'm going home. And they're like, well, there's not this or that. You need to get approval for this. I'm like, my boss said, whatever you can get me, I can go home. I haven't been home in 5 weeks. I'm going home to see my husband. Oh, thank you, Paprika. I will. I always enjoy just relaxing and being at home. I always make them get at least once a day, take me a ride, for a ride on the four-wheeler around the property, and then we may walk, once or twice, and then we just sit on the swing and look at the pond and relax. What's that emoji for, Ken? I'm kind of excited to review this movie tonight, especially with Blake. I love Denzel Washington, and it was a great movie. Yeah, I can't wait until Ken is here with me. But I have to be patient. Yes, it was a good movie. It was a little long, but it was a good movie. But we'll wait for the review for Blake. What are you guys doing for Memorial Day? Anything special this weekend? I'm probably gonna make Ken grill me out some good steak or something. 'Cause I'm kind of wanting some steak. And I don't get his good cooking hardly ever. Yeah, I can always count on your food. Like I tell the hospital, I'm just here for the food. Obviously, it's a joke, but that's my new saying. I'm just here for the food. Oh, you don't celebrate anything? Well, you got to at least have a good home cooked meal. Yeah, but it's not a joke. I know. I am there for the food. And here's
Hey,
Blake.
JB.
Hi, Unique Planet. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
I love the hat. You know
Yes,
what? I need to go get mine. Hold on.
hashtag Dr. Pepper. How are
I'm just
you
gonna
doing,
switch.
Unique Planet? Have you eaten yet tonight?
Not yet. Okay. All right. Now we're in uniform.
Yes. No, we're matching. Hashtag Dr. Pepper.
And we're drinking Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I'm not. I just have my juice again from the hotel. No, I have to have the free stuff.
I didn't
So,
put the movie on. I'm sorry. I was
oh,
Natalie's at the store right now, so I'm gonna
oh,
be up and out checking on grandma.
oh. No, that's fine. Perfect. How's she doing?
She's doing okay. She's comfortable, you know. She's happy and
Good.
we make her laugh and you know, she's just as good as we can hope for. That's about what we can say.
Well, good. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate
Hello,
you.
Aunt Debbie.
um.
This week is all for you. I hope you can hear us this time because last time she couldn't hear us. She didn't
Oh.
even know that we were talking. I mean, she knew we were talking, but she couldn't hear what we were talking about the whole time.
Oh no. Oh
She just
no.
heard like little snippets and stuff.
Oh. Yeah. So the flight was off for you with Denzel
Literally.
Washington.
We should have picked Man on Fire because that's her favorite Denzel
Uh.
movie. That's what she told me.
Oh. Well, that
But
stinks.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Flight is a really good movie, and she likes it a lot.
Oh,
So,
you're in the hospital? Okay, we'll be thinking of you.
oh, prayers, yes, please for my Grammy. I'm. How's she doing, Aunt Debbie? I know she's they've been having problems with her sodium levels, keeping them up.
Oh no.
Thank you,
Oh,
Paprika.
it's your mom. Yeah,
Yeah, it's my grandmother.
Okay. Well, I will keep you guys in our prayers between both grandmas.
Please do. All my grandparents right now are just needing a lot of prayers and wishful thoughts. So I do appreciate you guys and Aunt Debbie, everything that you do for her over there that I can't. You don't know how much it means to me.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the comfort to know that you have someone there that's looking out for your loved ones even better than you could, you know. So,
Yeah. The low sodium diet, because table salt is actually kind of contradicts the sodium. It's a different type, and that's why they would put them on a low sodium diet.
yeah, and see that, but usually her sodium levels are low.
Yeah.
So, it just I don't get it, you know. It doesn't make sense. But table salt is poison.
Well, that's because like it's it's hard to explain, but the table salt doesn't actually increase your. It's a different type of sodium. It's hard to explain. Um,
Sea
but
salt is good for you.
yeah, they've been given her sodium tablets. Yeah, that's a different
Mm,
than the table salt. That's why you got
I
to put
see.
low sodium diet. Then it's hard to explain, but
Yeah.
that's why.
It's out of my hands, but that's the thing, you know, I don't have that worry on me because I just know that she's looked after by Aunt Debbie, and
Yeah,
anything that
absolutely.
she needs or wants or she does the best that she can every time. So,
Yeah, blood pressure issues too. Yeah, make sure they get that down. But I'm sure they're monitoring though her blood pressure with medication and if needed. So hopefully, and it's always good to have a patient advocate for family member with the patient, because healthcare is so busy nowadays that they nowadays we need to have that extra person.
100%. Uh, I I couldn't agree more. It's to have somebody there that can, like, after going through all of this with grandmother, with grandma over here, um, uh, it's been how do I explain it? It's like you know you see who has the gall to or genuinely has the best interest at heart for somebody, you know. And honestly, I feel like if we haven't done what we've done up to this point and Natalie hasn't been the caretaker and made the decisions that she's had, I don't even know if grandma would still be alive right now. And
Yeah,
so I just you I feel like knowing that person, knowing that there's somebody there that's there to help and take care of them and watch over them whenever they need something, that's comforting. And y- she I guess that gives you reassurance for your good health too, I would think, in my opinion, just knowing that somebody's there with you and you're loved, and that that means a lot.
absolutely. Someone to fight when they can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
always have that one person, because people well, and not to even mention the side when people are educating the patient about their disease processes, their meds or whatever, but
yeah,
they're so overwhelmed and dealing with the illness themselves. It's always nice to have that extra person hear it, because they're not going to remember or like everything that the nurse or doctor says. So
yeah. The um I just wonder what would grandma do if she didn't have us? Like, what would they do? I don't understand. I don't know because with hospice, like what would they do? Would they just take her to her house and come to see her like they do every other day if she didn't have us? She
There's
can't even move, you
there's
know?
there's facilities or a nursing home or something like that. If you, but she's lucky that she has you, so she doesn't have to go and do that in a nursing home. And at least now she has you guys, and she can be in her own home.
Yeah. And that and that to her, I feel like that's also been comforting because she's always told us, she wants to be a DNR. She wouldn't want to live like that if she couldn't take care of herself. And it, it's 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 hard for Natalie to come to an acceptance point about that because she loves her so much,
Oh
but
yeah,
like thinking of herself in it's perfectly understandable in a selfish way, and it's rightfully so. If anybody has a right to be selfish, it would be Natalie.
yeah,
So
absolutely. But we're all that way. I mean, being in the you too, Debbie, yeah.
yeah,
And
and Debbie especially. I feel like, I've heard people in the family chirp and chip and say this, that, and the other, and I'm like, well, you you sure do have a lot of nerve to say something whenever you're not the one that's, you know, helping her get out of the car every single time, helping her feed her, changing her catheter, helping her go to the bathroom when she needs to, getting her in and out of her chair. I mean, I think of all of the little things, long point. I mean, over time, that takes a toll on your body. And my aunt has been doing this for the better part of 20 years now. And
wow,
as long as I can remember, she's always been helping and taking care of her mother. And that's just that's true love. I don't
yeah,
know how to explain it. And so I'll be damned if anybody has anything to say about what Aunt Debbie does or how she does it, because that ain't right. The the comments that people bring out in issues and situations like this is totally noise. Put that behind you, and if they got a problem with it, then so be it.
yeah. Ken
But
says if you're not putting in the work, you have no voice. Absolutely, is live it often proven in the life.
life is, I'm sure you said it,
Oh,
life is
oh, life.
often proven in the worst times.
Yeah,
Love,
absolutely.
love is
Oh,
often
love.
proven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Y- My family has been helping me live the past year, and it's hard on everyone. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paprika. Yeah, it's hard, but you know what? They'd rather do that because they love it when they
Right.
love you. And
It's not about the work that has to be done. That's not the point. It the, w- the it's the people that do no work and have no help, offer no help, that have something to say or something about how you're doing it. And I mean, it's just that the nerve of some people to be that way is, I don't know. I can't stomach that. It's so, I don't know there's a word I'm looking for, but um, inconsiderate is probably the closest of how she may feel. It's irrelevant. I don't care because, just the love, the effort, the work that was
yeah,
put in, and all you have is 2 cents to say. Like, go on, go.
yeah, no, being in the medical field for the last 25 years, being a nurse and then being on this side of it too, it's like I feel like I've seen so many families like feel like the patient feels like they're more of a burden to their loved ones, and sometimes the families are exhausted, but they'd still rather do it, and it's like
I don't care how long it takes. At the end of the day, I would do it for my family,
mm,
100%. And I feel confident that that my family would too. I tell Natalie all the time, I'm like, are you gonna help me get in and out of bed and out of my wheelchair when I can't walk anymore because my back is so gone? And I mean, that's not even a joke. Like one day I am gonna be in a wheelchair. I've
Yeah,
already accepted that, and I know that that's fact. But uh,
yeah,
I just I
yeah.
feel like she loved me because she says she does, but
Well,
she's
of
so
course she
little.
does.
How's she gonna do
It's,
it?
hey, we're small but mighty.
She's an ant. She can carry like 10 times her weight. You should see her when she pulls in the groceries. Está loca, güey.
See, yeah, Ken says you will find most times the biggest opinions come from a throne of little worth. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Paprika, they loved me more when I first got it. No, they did not. You're so
Hey, I
funny.
love that. That's a good way to think of it. You will find most times the biggest opinions come from a throne of little worth.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
but yeah, no. Why is nursing a 12-hour shift? It is. Is it for efficiency? Yeah, pretty much, Paprika. There's because nurses are like there was some at the beginning of my nursing career that you could either do 12 or 8-hour shifts, but nurses loved the 12-hour shift because then they only had to work 3 days a week, and then they would have 4 days off. And the nurses that work more than that, then they get all that overtime. So it's more for that reason is why they pretty much now, like everywhere I've gone, I don't know if there's any place where they still do 8-hour shifts. It's all 12-hour shifts.
That's weird.
Hmm.
I wonder why they do that too. I mean, I just that I've thought that a 12-hour shift for a nursing as somebody doing a nursing is like that's long. That's really long. Too long because I feel like by hour 10 you're out of it. You don't even want to be there anymore, so you're not giving your 110. And
It,
that's
it
a job. That's a
yeah,
job in my opinion that deserves 110.
12 hours is very hard, but I mean, you do get through it, but then the nice thing is if you just get through it, like especially the last 2 hours, um, and usually you're so busy you don't even realize it. Like at least for me, I was so busy that the last 2 hours, even though it was hard, it goes by fast, and then you get 4 days off.
I still think it should be 3 8-hour shifts
Well, then that's only
personally.
24 hours a week, and then you don't have full time.
8 hours if you work 8 hours for 5 days a week, that's 40
Well,
hours.
no, I thought you said 3 days, but
No, 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 no. 3 shifts a day, 8 hours long.
oh,
That's 24 hours around the
when
clock.
but when they hospitals try to go to it, nurses were unhappy because they like their 4 days off. They don't want to come in 5 days a week. Nurses got spoiled with their 12-hour shifts, and even though it's hard, they like it because then they get 4 days off. Wouldn't you rather put 12 hours in and then have 4 days off if you didn't have your own business and you were at a place? What
Mm,
less days to go into work, you have more days off, but you put more hours in the days that you do.
I don't know. It's hard. Like even if I work if I work one full week of 8 hours, 7 days a week, that's 52 hours. So that's still and I work 2 weeks on, 1 week off. That's 14 days straight. That's 104 hours. 104 times whatever plus overtime. I'd say that levels out, wouldn't you?
Well, that's what nurses like is 12 hours because they like their extra time. And that's
Yeah,
why hospitals do it. And and it's more efficient and whatever. But anyway,
like
um
two
they only have to
in,
cover 2 shifts a day
yeah.
versus 3. That
Yeah.
helps too. But anyway, we should probably Yeah, calculate that math. Yeah, he must be a genius with math.
No,
Um,
I no, she's right. I'm terrible at math. That's why she's being facetious.
oh, well, I
She
thought you
knows
were
I
being.
suck at math. It's the bane of my existence.
Uh,
But
okay,
I've been working a lot of money in the last couple years, so
all right. Flight with Denzel Washington. How do you rate it?
oh man. Uh, you know, I think that this movie it hits in a way that is so relatable yet with major consequences. Like you have a real life problem, right? With like a total uh an act of God occurrence, so these two things, they when they meet in the middle, it really puts it's the spoils of a really good story, in my opinion. And they did really good with this. I can relate to this with my father because he was an alcoholic and he drank a lot. And there were times, he would just, it was, yeah, yeah, okay, over and over. And time again, he would stop and go. And it was just like a battle that uh, he like to accept that it's out of your hands. And he was just such a man of control. I understand that. I'm a like him in that way, that to accept you're out of control means that you get out of your own personal comfort zone and you question your entire everything that you built and worked for. And you know to accept that you have a problem, it takes a lot of courage. And behind this, I've always wondered about the ending. I've always wondered about how. So let me just go ahead and give you my rating. I'm going to give this one a 3.5. I feel like it hits a good cinema point of drama, the storyline, everybody meeting together, and just how the everything intertwines. It almost feels like a Quentin Tarantino movie because a lot of his movies, they spill in together, and they're they're acquainted and or meet in some way, shape, or form. So I really like this movie. I give it a 3.5 as far as film concerns, but personally, and like 5, it's great.
Ken says the point of no return is clear and present right out of the box. Yeah, a man with problems that self-medicates, the rise and falls are predictable, sometimes not conceivable.
Hmm.
And yeah, absolutely. And and I think I give it the same as you, just because it was a little long, but I really liked the storyline. I liked how it like immediately got to the point, like Ken said. But it was a little long, and I wish at the ending he did get. I don't know. I go back and forth. I wish that, like, instead of like, yeah, putting the blame on the dead the flight attendant that died, and I know that's why he like, and it was so hard that whatever, he could have just said, well, how would I know what she did or something like that? Like, I didn't do it, but I don't, because then he would have gotten away with it and walked away. But then if he
No,
did do it that way and didn't put blame on the flight attendant, but got away with it, would he have continued being an alcoholic or going to jail? Was
this
it that that was his only thing of becoming like more clean and sober?
see, and I think of it a little bit more simplistic than what you're doing it. I literally think of it as a moment of what I like to call drunken clarity. You spill out, and the the truth comes out when you're drunk, and whenever your emotions are overwhelming you and you're on the liquor, you sometimes it just comes out of you. And I personally feel that if he had not drank that night before, he would have went that route. He would have gotten off with it. He would have tried to. But
Mm-hmm.
under the fact that he was intoxicated in that moment made him have this moment of nobility. It wasn't truly noble, in my opinion. It was a moment of drunken nobility.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time that it had happened and he had accepted it and sobered up, he finally just he dove into that because that's the type of person that he was mentally. He always that's why I say him being the person that he was. He Alcoholics are very committed people. They really are. And if they dive into something, they'll lock into it. They really will. And that's like my father with cars. He was really good at painting body. He could pinstripe. He's a really good artist. But I just feel like he accepted the position that he was. He went out on his own terms. And that never changed. He was never forced to do anything. All the alcohol, the saving the plane, the admittance, and the uh, um, sobriety, all under his own terms, all under his own work and everything that he did. So in any way, shape, or form, you can't say that he wasn't uh, out of his own desires.
Yeah.
Albeit he may have been drunk or not, but that's the way I see it. I don't think that anything that moment of him admitting guilt was anything more than a moment of drunken nobility. And if he had not been drunk when he came into the courtroom, he would have gone the route that would have kept him out of jail and ultimately kept him an alcoholic, his demise and fall and everything.
Yeah. Ken says, I think we all have a monster under the bed we placate to satisfy our own selfish needs. He was a man who was disgusted in himself and had enough. He knew he must throw himself under the bus to save him his slim moral values. Yeah, and hi Dee Dee, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. No, absolutely, Ken. Everything you said, your Blake is pretty much saying that too. It sounds like so. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was kind of hoping like I kept going back and forth in the movie if I wanted him off or not because it's like after the plane and then like when they mentioned it and they're like you cannot drink, you cannot be caught drinking, like and then he continues to do it and it was like dude you're they're going to try to save you and you're still not willing to stop.
Well,
It's like
it's almost a point of, you know, I'm always on the fence about this because it hits close to home for me, and there's times where I want to respect my father and try to just understand what he went through, and and then there's other times where I'm like, everything that you did was your decision and it was on you and stuff, and it's hard. I sit on the fence with it a lot, so I try to sympathize, but he it's just I don't even know if he could stop if he wanted to. Every time, how many times did he pour alcohol out? How many times did he get rid of it? And multiple times. It was just I mean, he did try. He was trying.
yeah, he was punishing himself for his past mistakes.
And
Yeah.
that's how I feel like it happened with my father. My father was driving. home intoxicated one night, and he hit a man that was riding his bike, and it killed him. And my dad panicked and was scared, and he ran off to Santa Fe for a little while. And this was at the time. I don't remember if my grandfather was the sheriff of Curry County at the time, or if he had already been. I just can't remember if it was exactly at that time, or just after his his time as sheriff of the county. But it was really traumatic for him, and really, he never felt like, I feel like my father felt like he didn't deserve love or to be worthy of, because he knew that the things that happened were on his own decision, but he could never come to accept that at some point you got to forgive yourself. And uh, I, I, I just, he never felt like he deserved the love. Right.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
because he took someone's life, he never felt like he deserved to have one of his own. And he drowned himself in alcohol to get rid of that mental thought, because if you sit in that thought, you're just gonna go absolutely mad. So he self-medicated with alcohol. And I try to sympathize with that, So he in his side, I feel like it was losing his wife, and the relationship with his son being so sour. uh that's probably why his drinking and his partying and antics were so bad. And he didn't forgive himself until 6 months before he died. I agree with that. That's just sad. But I think it's a point of a matter that maybe God just keeps some people around just so that they'll get it right, that he can bring them home, because he knows how much some of us can't live without them.
Well, I'm glad he was able to at least forgive himself, even
My
if it
dad
was.
got it right in the end. He was severely, his liver was so damaged. I mean, he was 44 when he passed away. Uh,
Mhm.
um, he just drank and drank and drank. I just 30 packs a day, sometimes 30 and a half. And he kept Seagram 7 in the fridge. It, but at the end, yes, he was in a bad state health wise, but I feel like my father just got his heart right before he left, and that's all. God didn't care about his physical health. He just wanted his spiritual and mental health to get right, and then he was going to bring him home.
Yeah,
Because life for my father was just, uh, it wasn't any fun. It wasn't any fun. I just look back on it for him. He had a lot of fun times and everything, but most of it was just a pure agony of self battle inside. And that's the thing with alcoholics, is there's just, they want to not self medicate. They really don't want to be that way, but they have no choice, because of the battle in themselves is stronger, and they don't have the tools in their mental to combat those without substance.
yeah. And Ken says we all have to live with tragedy, whether it's our fault or not. But some choose to items to ill or mask the cause. Yeah. and
Yeah.
um and Ken drinks a lot. I mean, he's probably considered an alcoholic, but not to the point where, like, as soon as he gives himself a time, and he's like, as soon as I start drink drinking, I'm not going out, I'm not driving, I'm done for the night, you
No,
know.
see,
And
and that no, there's a difference between a man who enjoys drinking after. I mean, I've got beer in my fridge, you know, just because you drink does, but when you do it to escape reality and life itself, that's alcoholism. And that's, I mean, if you're doing it to forget about your situations that you're in your life, that's alcoholism. You're not facing your problems, you're running away from them, because it's easier to be medicated and hang out than it is to, you know, confront and move forward.
yeah, I think he got worse after he got hit by the bus because he was in so much pain and he was. I know he was depressed because he couldn't do as much, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in, and yes, is he responsible? Yes, but he does drink a lot, and I worry about his liver. But he doesn't harm anybody. It's not like he doesn't go driving. He doesn't get so drunk then
He's
he
not a
just
risk when he starts drinking.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. So, but I mean, could he stop? I don't know. He has to drink to help him go to sleep, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's also something that you know, people medicate just to go to sleep and stuff. It's hard. It really is.
I mean, I use
It's
melatonin. I mean, that's not like it's addictive, but I still use something to help me go to sleep.
yeah,
So
but
there's a lot of people.
I feel like, I mean, there's much worse to do than to help you fall asleep that way. I mean, but it's not the best way either. Who am I to judge? I've done it before to help me sleep. Five five or six beers, and I drink them in like a 30 or 45-minute span. I'm good. I'm leveled. I can go straight to bed.
But as long as you're responsible, and then you just
Well,
watch your liver.
That's me doing it just so I can. I usually drink about a beer every 45 minutes,
And
30 minutes. It takes me to drink one beer.
can your body makes
You're,
melatonin to make alcohol.
hey, I'll drink to that, buddy.
That
No. So, what's your favorite scene?
um, I think my favorite scene is how he actually was able to land the plane and have to invert it and stuff, and so I think that's my favorite scene.
Mine is getting introduced to John Goodman when he comes into the
Oh yeah.
hospital. I love this character in this movie. He is so funny.
Well, and the funny part was when he had to bring the
Yeah.
drugs to the in front of the cops. Are you kidding me? In front of a cop and a lawyer, and they're like, and they're paying for it, but then the lawyer gives it to the cop because the lawyer didn't want to like hand him that money um because he's like, yeah, I don't want to get caught. I don't want to be like known for the person purchasing the
Ow!
drug.
He got cocaine.
Oh,
That's
Ken says
funny.
mine is when he's in prison and he says he is finally free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And you're in prison
Yeah.
and you're saying you're free, yeah, because of the guilt and everything. Even though they had 10 pilots do a simulation and none of them could land the plane, but just because he was,
They did it over 10 times each too.
yeah. And so if they can't land the plane, but he could and he was intoxicated, I mean, he still saved 100 people or whatever was on the, I forget how many people were on the plane, and 6 died. And
Maybe we should start letting our pilots fly a little boozed up.
well,
Hey, I
I
gotta
mean,
go check on grandma. We're at about a
okay.
halfway point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. But
Orale,
yeah,
grandma. What you watching? Oh yeah, Jason Statham.
Oh, I like Jason Statham.
Yeah, he's getting it. You okay? You bueno? Okay. Mwah. I love you.
Oh, so sweet.
Cover your feet up. Okay, I'm coming back.
What a good grandson. Such a sweet grandson.
Natalie's better than me, but I'm still grandma's favorite, so it's cool.
That's what Ken says about my dad. It's my dad, and Ken's like, no, I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite. I'm like, no, you're not. But
I'm
so what
everybody's favorite. I was their favorite kid too. I was the cutest little kid, but I was a terror also. I don't know, maybe not my aunt.
Ken
I
says
mean,
the fact.
Cheyenne was my aunt's favorite. That was her little mini me.
Oh, but she's sweet too. Um,
No, she's not either.
yes, yes, she is. I love
To
Shine.
you,
She's awesome.
to you.
Um, Ken says the fact that all his demons could only be set by punishment is appreciated. Yeah. Um, so what's your favorite scene?
I told you, Al getting the cocaine. I
Oh,
got
oh yeah. Oh yeah, John
cocaine.
Goodman. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He
And
did.
him coming into the hospital and
Oh,
he brings him a bottle and he brings him cigarettes
yeah,
and it was
I
funny.
forgot about that. Yeah. Well, and
It
it's
was
good
just a
that
funny scene.
he
Nudie
kind.
mags, he brought him nudie mags.
But I like the fact too that even though he was an addict himself, he pretty much saved that woman who was an addict.
Yeah, he
And
did. It's like everything, and that's the point behind this movie also is everything that happened in this movie had to happen in order for everyone to get better. That was a
mhm,
part of the movie. The
yep.
girl, I mean, he if he wasn't there to help her get out of her apartment, she would have been where, you know, she was fighting with whatever his name was. Uh, and Debbie, what do you think? How do you feel about this movie? Do you kind of does it make you think of my dad too? Like, just like that feeling that he probably had? Because
Addiction
I
is a
certainly
hard
that
thing.
it made me think of my father a lot, honestly. Because my father learned how to fly, and
Oh,
uh, yeah, he got his pilot's license. He went did the school and everything. He had the simulator at the house to learn how to do it and everything. He was really dedicated. Whenever he set his mind to something, he would do it.
yeah, because an addict never wants to see another live the life they do. Yeah, and because it's so hard, and being in the healthcare field, I see it for the patients to stop. And
Yeah.
that's why it's so hard for them to go to rehab, and because it's very painful, especially when they get to the withdrawal stages and stuff. It's
Mhm.
just, and hence the reason that it's an addiction, because they're going through withdrawal and they need it because it hurts so bad. And but to get to that point is sad, because a lot of people get to that point, there's something going wrong in their life that they get to that point, whether it's pain pills, because like Ken got hit by a bus. He's lucky
Mhm.
he's got a pain tolerance, and he didn't go down the pain medication route, or we'd be
Really,
in.
that I was really worried about him was if he would be taking uh, all of those pain meds. That is the real opiates or
It,
oof.
yeah, it's awful, and I was afraid of that too. But he just dealt with the pain, and he either did it through alcohol, more alcohol, or once in a great while he'll take a CBD gummy or an Advil or something. But he did everything possible to try not to take any pain pills, because he didn't want that addiction. And
Mhm.
most people can't do that. I don't know if I could have done that, because I'm a big wimp when it comes to pain. And if something like that happened to me, I'd probably end up becoming an addict, you know?
I
And
think I think that that's one thing I was proud of. I took the pain pills that they subscribed to me, and I never asked for any more. I didn't take anything but Tylenol after that. And,
yeah.
I'm grateful that I have a respect for my addictive personality, and I have a respect for my addictive, like, it's just in my genetics, I feel, all of my family have drank heavily before me, and I just never did. So I'm grateful for that.
Ken, you're a jerk. I do not like you no more.
What did he say?
He's
Jamie is a capital P.
isn't I'm a big wimp.
Oh yeah. I I don't know. I've got a pretty, like, if something's bothering me, like the other day, a few months ago. No, this was last year. I was digging out a tree and I stepped on a nail
Oh, oh.
and it went through my toe. I went and got a tetanus
I
shot.
was gonna ask you, did
Uh,
you get your tetanus shot?
sprayed some infection stuff on it and wrapped it up. Went to work the next day on a cane. Went to work on a cane, and
Oh,
I could not walk on that foot, and I still went to work and rode the mower, and I had my cane, and I didn't even have I didn't wear my shoe to work. I could not wear a shoe. It was all
wow.
swollen, and it was terrible. It went through my big toe, in between. It went in the webbing in between my big toe and my or the index toe, I guess, or whatever, middle toe.
Ouch.
It
Yeah,
hurt.
some people like obviously everybody tolerates pain differently, and it's just how you cope and can deal with it. And but I mean, the people that and like I said this in other things, the health insurance kind of um promotes the addiction because they want you to jump through hoops before they'll actually fix the problem. Like in Ken's case, 3 years to get his surgery done. I mean, anybody else would have been addicted to pain pills for 3 years. 3 years? Are you kidding me? You're gonna make this person be in pain because you don't want to pay for a surgery?
That's crazy. You'd rather make them addicts than
Yeah.
give them a surgery that they could have paid off in the time that you've
Mhm.
taken their money for their. You could have just put them on the same payment plan that it cost for their surgery in the long term as it was for
Mhm.
their medicine. I mean, this is what they're doing to this country is turning everybody into dope fiends. It's
Oh no,
ridiculous.
we're breaking up. Oh no.
Oh yeah, well our service we have really bad weather coming in right now too.
Uh,
It's raining, and that's why we came in. We only worked a half a day today because it started raining on us, and I had to get on back to the house before it uh really rained on our heads.
my- but that part I hear about her being my favorite is not true. See, no, we don't have favorites, Blake. No favorites. I tell my son the same thing. I
No,
don't have favorites.
maybe not now, but she was your favorite at one point.
Blake. Okay, we're almost done, so we need to figure out what movie. Since Monday is Memorial Day, do we want to do like a Memorial Day or anything like that type movie, or what do we want to do
Um,
for next week?
Memorial Day movie. Hmm.
Oh, and you didn't even get to the IMDb. Think of
Hey, we're gonna we'll spend a little extra time unless you don't want to,
no,
unless you got
that's
to get
fine.
off.
No, I
I'm
do.
good to let's get this let's get some IMDb. I'm curious
Okay.
about a couple things about this movie. I want to know how well it did on the box and
Yeah, absolutely. While he's doing that, chat, throw in some ideas for next week.
think of something since it's Memorial Day. Let's think of a movie that concerns veterans or
Mhm.
Memorial Day or but
Yeah,
within uh our movie list of war movies that we've done, it's very slim, so
yeah, I
we need to
know.
pick up on some of them. Let's go IMDb. Heh, that's my boy. Shout out, that's my boy. That movie's hilarious.
Refresh.
No,
That was last
Danny.
week.
No, Donnie. I don't have any Axe body spray because I'm not a freaking douchebag.
Taking Chance with Kevin Bacon. I don't,
Taking Chance.
what is that about, Ken?
Never heard of that one. Kevin
Um,
Bacon. And my aunt likes Kevin Bacon too. She liked him in what's that horror movie he was in? He was in uh Jason or not the what was it called? Halloween?
oh, Tremors. He was in Tremors, Ken says.
But wasn't he what was that movie with
The alien
all
worms.
the kids at the camp and uh like he gets his throat sliced in it. I can't remember what it's called. Ugh. Anyway, Flight 2012, rated R, 2 hours and 18 minutes. I agree. Some things they could have cut out. It was a little long. Troubling questions arise after airline pilot Whip Whitaker makes a miracle landing after a mid-air catastrophe. The great Robert Zemeckis directed this, written by John Gatnis. Riley is the girl from Yellowstone, isn't she?
Um,
This TV
I,
show that the girl that played in it, she's
I,
from
I think,
Yellowstone, I believe.
yeah, I think that's what Ken said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her.
It was Beth from, yeah, it was Beth.
User user reviews give it a 3.5 star. Release date November 2nd. Budget was 31 million. Opening weekend it almost made its money back at 24 million and it grossed US and Canada 93 million, worldwide 161 million. Blew the
Wow.
box office doors off the
Yeah.
shelves. That's absolutely
But
astonishing.
but they
So
only rated this movie 3.5 out of 10.
no. 7.3 out of 10. So I was
Oh,
like,
oh,
my 3.5,
oh,
basically.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's go to the facts of the movie. Damn, somebody, we're still waiting to get my new iPad. So, shout out. The accident of the film was inspired by a real life disaster, the crash of Alaskan Airlines 261 on January 31st, 2000. Some dialogue in the film closely resembles the CVR transcript, Like in the film, the pilots of Alaska 261 rolled the airplane to an inverted position to try and stabilize the flight. Unlike the film, however, this did not assist them in recovering the aircraft. The root cause of the crash was found to be an inadequate maintenance of the airplane's stabilizer jack screw, which caused its threads to wear down excessively and eventually jam the jack screw. When the pilots were trying to reach Los Angeles for an emergency landing, the threads were ripped out and the stabilizer moved to a position that forced the plane into its fatal dive.
That was good.
According to Denzel Washington, American company Delta Airlines granted the production team access to their official flight simulator in order to learn some of the most common maneuvers pilots have to master in order to fly a commercial plane.
Hmm.
That's cool. Director Robert Zemeckis is a pilot himself. Captain Whitaker sits left seat of the cockpit. He offers his co-pilot a breath from the oxygen mask after breathing himself, claiming it as a test. It is actually a well-common relief for morning after hangovers. How about that? I didn't know that.
That's why some bars actually have oxygen bars.
Huh. Yeah. While the movie has been criticized for inaccurately portraying pilots and the physics of flying in a plane, many alcoholics have stated that it accurately portrays addiction. Some treatment programs use scenes from the movie to help visualize the effects of alcoholism. And that I agree. The Hollywood aspect of this is the piloting, but the real life aspect of this is the alcoholism. uh, According to Robert Zemeckis, not a single scene was left on the cutting room floor. Instead, some scenes were merely shortened. How about that? That's why it's so long. Denzel Washington's first Oscar-nominated role in over 10 years. His last Oscar-nominated role was for Training Day in 2001. And he did so good in that. I loved that movie. Anyway, in real life, John Goodman is a member of Alcoholics Anonymous, as he has been a sober alcoholic since 2007, 5 years before the film's premiere. How about that? Robert Zemeckis' first live-action film since our review, Castaway, which also features a plane crash. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of them. Lots of really cool. I'm actually going to look these up after we get done because there's a lot of cool stuff I'd like to know about this. Anyway, that is our review for Flight. I love that movie. Great choice. I'm glad we chose that. That was excellent.
Well,
And
I
I
don't
was
know what
still
taking chances with Kevin Bacon, but I think what is that? If your aunt loves Kevin Bacon, what do you think about that?
let
Oh,
me look this up.
Paprika. I love the movie Sully.
Yeah, Sully is a really good one too. I liked that. I'm so we really man. There's a lot of why are plane crash movies so good?
And I'm getting on a plane tomorrow. No more talking about plane crashes.
Knock on wood.
So what does the rest of the chat think about taking chance with Kevin Bacon?
So is this a war movie?
Yeah, they all survived. I liked that Paprika.
Lieutenant Colonel Mike Stovall. Oh, cool.
Your family flew to California and you're watching Sully. Yeah, that's not the time.
Kevin Bacon and Tom Aldridge. I like Tom Aldridge. He's cool. He's a good comedian. He makes me laugh. I like that.
Okay, we're gonna do taking chance. All right. The riddle for tonight is what do you call a fake noodle?
Fake noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yes, Ken. You
an
are right.
impasta. Oh my gosh. You're all fired. Everyone's fired. Get off of the podcast.
Uh, okay. Any last words, Blake?
Thank you guys so much for coming in. And Debbie, I love you. Thank you so much. I hope you
Thank you.
enjoyed the flight movie. And I appreciate everyone staying loyal. Paprika, Dee Dee, we saw all of you, our regulars today. I appreciate it so much. So much. Thank you guys. I look forward to seeing y'all next week for.
Oh, I don't know what happened to Blake, but until he comes back, thank you everyone for coming in. We do appreciate you. And oh, there you
I'm
go.
sorry. My I got a dang phone call.
Of course.
I'm sorry, guys, but well, I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I apologize. And it's a movie I've never seen. It's called Taking Chance. So look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, and remember, you guys are all beautiful inside and out. Don't let anyone make you think differently. And the quote tonight comes from Max Lucado. There is a reason the windshield is larger than rear view. Your future matters more than your past. I
I
love
like
it.
that.
So have a great night,
All
everyone.
right.
Bye.
We'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.